This video is about writing chemical equations. Now, when substances react in chemical reactions, we have reactants that produce new products, okay? And the arrow shows that reactants are producing new products. So let's say, for example, we have the following substances. So we've got oxygen and we've got carbon, and they react. So they are reactants. They react to produce a new product, carbon dioxide. Now, in a word equation, we show the words, okay? So oxygen and carbon dioxide, and the product word, carbon dioxide, and we use symbols. So oxygen plus carbon, arrow, carbon dioxide. So oxygen and carbon react to produce carbon dioxide. Now, in this equation, there's only one product. So let me show you another one. So here's another one. And what we have is methane plus oxygen. And these are the reactants. These are the substances reacting together. Arrow, they produce water plus carbon dioxide. These are the products, okay? Now, each individual substance, look, is separated by the plus sign. So methane plus oxygen, it means we've got two reactants. We've got methane and oxygen, produce water plus carbon dioxide. So we've got water, there's one product, carbon dioxide, there's a second product. The thing is, carbon dioxide has got two words to its name, okay? So we've got two products, two reactants. Now, the other thing to think about when it comes to an equation is which ones are compounds and which ones are elements. Well, methane, oxygen, water, carbon dioxide, out of all of these, the only one you would find on the periodic table is oxygen. So oxygen's our element in this equation. Methane, water, and carbon dioxide are all compounds because they contain more than one type of atom, okay? So let's have a look at another example. We have calcium carbonate as a reactant producing calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide, okay? So calcium oxide is one substance, carbon dioxide is another. They are separated by the plus sign, okay? These are the products. And in this case, they are all compounds, okay? So calcium carbonate is a compound, calcium oxide is a compound, carbon dioxide is a compound. Let's have a look at another example. So in this example, we have got hydrogen plus nitrogen. They are our reactants. They react together. Arrow means we're going to produce a new product, which in this case is called ammonia. Okay. If we think about the elements and compounds, hydrogen and nitrogen are found on the periodic table. So they are elements, but ammonia is not. Ammonia is a compound, and it consists obviously of hydrogen and nitrogen atoms chemically combined. Okay, so in this reaction, we've got two reactants and just one product. Now, you will have a task to complete in your workbooks, and it's on A8. So taking a look at this, look, we've got a reaction and then some questions to go with it, all right? So it says copper plus oxygen, arrow, copper oxide, okay? So we identify the reactants first. I always label them, find them, label them, and these are always before the arrow. And then we find the products always after the arrow, okay? Now, copper oxide is one substance. It's not separated with a plus sign, copper plus oxide. It's copper oxide, and it's the only product, okay? So then the questions are linked to this equation. So name a reactant, well, copper or oxygen. Name a product, copper oxide. Name the metal, well, the metal in this equation is copper. The compound, well, copper and oxygen are both elements. They're on the periodic table. So the compound is copper oxide. How many reactants are there? Well, there's copper and oxygen, so there's two. How many products? Well, we make copper oxide, so there's one. The non-metal in this equation is oxygen, and the non-metal ion is the oxide ion. Okay, so that's the tricky one, really, the oxide ion. So oxide for number 8. Okay, let's have a look at the next one, just so that we get the idea. So iron plus sulfur, iron sulfide. These are the reactants. We've got a product after the arrow. So let's take a look. A reactant then, well, iron or sulfur. Okay. The product is iron sulfide. That's just got 2 words to its name. The metal, okay, so out of all of these, the metal would be iron. The compound name is iron sulfide, because the other 2 are elements. How many reactants are there? Well, there's iron plus sulfur, so there's 2. How many products? Well, we've got iron sulfide. It's not plus anything, so there's only 1. The non-metal is sulfur, and the non-metal ion is the sulfide ion.